Hi everyone, I'm recording a little bonus video for you today. Now this is from Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, and this is this book belongs to panel. I may or may not colour it all. I'm just going to see how it goes really, and how things progress. My little pink pencil has come here to make a little cameo appearance. Here's my replacement pencil. He's just going off to retirement, and I thought he just wanted to say goodbye to everybody. And I know you love seeing my little baby pencils, but we're actually not going to be colouring in pink. We are going to be using Polychromos though. And I thought I might do some blues just for something a little bit different. So I'm going to grab this one first. Now I'm not zoomed in very much. I'm purposely left it a bit more open because I think it's quite nice to see the whole thing with a smallish motif like this. This is the Indanthrene Blue. I can put it a little bit closer for you, but my camera isn't going to focus. There we go. And I'm just going to make a start with some of these edges. Going to give it a sharpen. But the reason I wanted to make this little extra video actually is as a thank you to all of you, everybody who watches my videos. It's so appreciated, but also particularly to people who've subscribed, because I've just gone over 2,500 subscribers on YouTube, which for me is absolutely amazing. So just want to say thank you so much. Now I've got other things I want to say, but I shall just talk you through what I'm doing. So I'm putting more layers of blue here near the butterfly, reducing the layers here by just gently massaging the paper, not putting down too many layers. And I'm going to put some more on this corner, and then here just gently. Now what I'm doing is I'm trying to go light-handed with my pencil, just really tickling the paper with the pencil. You can see I can get just quite a light amount by doing that. It's not easy, it is something you need to practice. And it takes patience, because if you want to build up layers this way, it takes time, and obviously we're not all blessed with lots of time. So if you want to do it quickly, then it isn't possibly the method for you. Anyway, back to thanking you. If you watch, you can see where I'm building up layers on some bits and not others. So I'll continue with my little thank you. So it's fantastic for people to subscribe, because it's just like a little thank you to me, which is why I'm thanking you back. And there are advantages to you to subscribing, because you get notifications when my videos are released. And I know I tend to do one a day at sort of around about the same time each day. But if I do a bonus one like this, you'll get a notification to tell you that it's on its way, or that it's come out, sorry. So that can be quite handy. You do have to ring the bell next to the subscribe button to say you want every notification. But you can also adjust that so you don't get them all. So if you'd rather not be told every video that comes out, you can opt for that as well. So that's just so you know sort of how it works really. But also to thank everyone who's subscribed to my newsletters. I accidentally sent one out yesterday. It was supposed to come out today. So I'm really sorry for anyone that was hoping to subscribe and get this week's newsletter and then subscribe too late. I did put an apology out on Instagram, but it's easier to do it on video. I think more people see the videos than look at Instagram. It's a little bit random sometimes what you see and get shown on Instagram, unless you follow me. So anyway, that came out too early, and there was a discount code on there for some Bambino crayons if you buy them from their website. So unfortunately, if you were too late, you didn't get the code. But what I've done is I do have a section on my website, which is rachelhendersoncolouring.co.uk. There's a link in the description here for it, so you can just pop on there. If you go onto there, there's a section for archive newsletters, and all my old newsletters are on there. So it means you don't have to subscribe to my newsletters to get my news. If you don't want them filling up your inbox, you can just pop to my website and have a little read, or you can see what sorts of things are in them, so you can decide whether you want to sign up. So it's there and it's got the code in it, so you can use it. Now I don't know how long the code is going to be able to be used for. The Bambino Crayons got in touch with me and gave me the code for my followers to use, which was very nice, but they didn't tell me how long it's valid for, so I don't know if there's a time limit on it or not. But it's just, if you're interested and were thinking of buying the crayons, then you'll be able to get a little bit of a discount. Now if you're not in the UK, I understand they're now shipping across EU and USA, and I have heard that some people have bought them off Amazon as well. I haven't looked into this, so I don't know who's selling them through Amazon, whether it is the company or somebody else. So I haven't, as I say, haven't looked into that. I'm sometimes a little bit wary about Amazon. I obviously have links to Amazon products on my videos, but I do take a lot of care when I'm doing that to make sure it's a sort of, it looks like a sort of genuine seller, or it's Amazon that's selling them. But anyway, that's that. So that's my newsletter. And if you go to my website, it's not just all about my newsletter. There are other things on there. There are little articles, blog articles, and tutorials which I've put together. I've put together some step-by-step written tutorials with photographs. Now I know some people aren't mega keen on videos, and it's a bit odd for me to be telling you that it's on a video, because obviously you're watching it so you like video, so I'm just going to sharpen. But the photos and step-by-step instructions, they're for things that I've probably done videos of anyway, but it's just designed for people that I know some people aren't keen on, or they don't mind listening to the video, but they don't always find it easy to follow. You have to keep pausing if you're trying to colour on, maybe, things like that. So that's what that is designed for. Now I'm looking at this picture and deciding where I'm going next. What I'm going to do is keep with this same shade of blue. So this is the Indanthrene Blue? Gosh, I don't know how to say that. Anyway, I'm going to do all the leaves in this same blue colour. What I'm going to do with the leaves, I'll show you a few, is do a darker bit of colour near here. So I'm layering up, you can see I'm going over and over, lots of layers, and then as I come towards this, I'm just doing one layer at the tip. I'm trying to sort of fade it out towards the tip. I do need to apologise for the light in here. I'm in the kitchen today. All the family is at home. My husband's having a very loud meeting upstairs with work. I don't know if you can hear his booming voice. The children are happily doing some college work. They haven't started college yet. Of course, they haven't got their exam results. They come out on the 12th of August. But college have already given them an unconditional offer, which is fantastic. And they're working upstairs on some work the college have sent them to do before they start. I've they may have stopped now. What I've said to them was it might be a good idea to do just say 20 minutes a day leading up to going, and then their brains will sort of stay fresh and they can spread it out a little bit. So they're doing that. I think one of them's doing some maths and the other one's I don't know what the other one's doing. Anyway, about my boys, they have got a YouTube channel themselves. Now they actually started YouTube way before I did. In fact, it was them doing it that made me think about doing it. They made their very first series when they were really young, and it's quite cute actually. I think they may have taken it down. I think they were a bit embarrassed, to be honest, and then they've got better software, and their next series is better. But they do Minecraft videos, so if you know anyone who likes Minecraft, then maybe you could just let them know about the boys' channel. What makes it unique to other Minecrafters is that they do it together. So they're always together talking. Well, they've got some tutorials that they do on their own, but they're usually together talking. And I find it quite sweet listening to them recording, because although they're 15, they're hardly cute, they're teenagers. They sometimes have a bit of an argument over what they're doing while they're recording, and then it goes into the video, and I think it makes it quite fun. It's not a mega argument, it's just a bit of a disagreement, or they correct each other or things like that. I think it's quite fun. But anyway, I did put in my newsletter actually about their channel, and because I put a little section saying, you know, people say they want to thank me for my videos, and that's very kind, but I just love making them really, and it's so nice to have an opportunity to do some teaching, which I'm not doing today, I'm just wittering, but anyway, anyway, they could do with a few subscribers. I'm trying to encourage them to do a bit more promotional work and get their channel up and running a bit better. And then, oh, it doesn't work. I'm not very keen on doing that, you know. So I'm trying to encourage them by sort of, they did a lot yesterday, promotion, and trying to get them a few more subscribers and things. So if you're kind and feeling like you want to help out, they would really appreciate that. And it'd be lovely just to give them a little help, really, and encouragement. Okay, I'm just going to stop a minute. Sorry, I need to wipe my nose. Sorry. Oh, very sorry. Right. Now we talk about the leaves, because I've done some of them without telling you what I'm doing. So layering up here, more layers here, and then less towards the tip. Now I have had people saying they find it quite difficult doing this sort of layering up and getting an even application of pencil, and it is difficult. I've been colouring for years. What I find is using the Polychromos that I'm using are a harder pencil, so even if you're heavy-handed you don't get a huge dollop of colour. So it's a little bit easier to get a lighter application. So my advice would be a sort of less vibrant pencil. I mean, something like the, if you want a budget pencil, I'm thinking the Staedtler Noris is very hard, Ergosoft, even the very thins by Prismacolor, something like that. They're not quite so smushy, they don't put down quite such a vibrant layer of colour, and so that can help. So I'm doing the same thing with every single leaf because I just want them to match. So lighter at the tip. Now you can do this, which I've just done a tiny bit dark here, lots of light here, and then I'll just bring that colour up so that it has a more smooth transition. So you could just do a light layer first. So holding the pencil further down helps, and on its side, that helps you to get a lighter application of colour. Because if you hold it like this, straight down, which is what kids do, adults don't really do that, that pushes the colour right down into the tooth of the paper really easily and quickly. And so that means that you get quite a dark layer right away. It can be quite useful if you want a really dark bit in the corner, or you know, on I don't know, somewhere. But if you just want a gentle graduation of colour, then it's better to layer it up. Also, if you push your point straight into the paper, you can risk making a hole in the paper if you're really heavy-handed and it's really sharp, or making a dent that will show through to the other side, which isn't very nice. Oh, and I've just drawn outside of my picture. I don't know if that's going to rub off. I did bring a rubber down to the kitchen with me. Oh, there we go. I brought my Tombow Mono Zero eraser in case I wanted to do some precise rubbing out. I don't know if it's going to really work. I've got some of it off. It's rubbing out coloured pencil was really quite difficult. Anyway, I'm not going to worry. I always think that colouring is about relaxation. We shouldn't be worrying about little errors and perfection. You know, this is my second copy of Ivy. I'm very lucky I can afford multiple copies of books, so I can just redo it if I'm not keen. Now these here, where I want it to be really dark in here, if it isn't quite dark enough, you can keep adding layers of colour. But another trick is to add a different colour to it. So you could add another darker blue. I think this is pretty much the darkest blue apart from the indigo. that I've got in this set. You could add a bit of black, make it even darker. It's another idea. So there are different things that you can do. But that's that. But it's rather nice making a video because I haven't made any for ages, because as you may have known if you watch me regularly, I made videos in advance ready for when the children finish school in June. So I have got a video a day lined up until they start college. So I didn't have to make any more, because down here in the kitchen the quality of light etc. isn't brilliant, and there's often a lot of noise down here. I've just had to pause the dishwasher while I'm doing this video. I had to wait for the washing machine to finish. You know, it's just not ideal. And the boiler's in here, so if anyone washes their hands anywhere in the house, you can hear it. So it's not brilliant, and it means nobody can come down here and get a drink or anything to eat if I'm recording. So it's not the perfect place. But there we go. Right, I am going to lastly use this for the middle of the butterfly, and that'll be my last bit of this particular blue. I'm just giving it a sharpen because I want it sharp. What I want to do with the butterfly is to try and make the body look three-dimensional. So I'm going around the edge here, quite a dark line, and reducing the pressure towards the centre, or doing less layers in the centre. I'm going to do that for every part of its body to try and give a little three-dimensional look. If it doesn't work, you can always put a little bit of white gel pen in the middle, whoops, so that it looks like there's a shine on the body. Now if we've got a shine, it gives the illusion that that part is nearer to the light, and if our light is coming straight from above, that means that that bit must be fatter than these edge bits that are darker. I don't explain it very well. But there we go. So there's the body. Now I'm going to grab another blue. Oh, hang on. I think we need to do these bits. Oh, my hair just touched a lamp then. I've got a little lamp shining down to try and make it bright enough for you to see what I'm doing. It's a daylight bulb, it's daylight setting on it, because the white light was a bit bright. I think the daylight works better with this paper. Okay, now I don't want to go too light with my blue, so I'm going to grab this one. This is the Helioblue-Reddish. Let's bring it up. I don't know if I can get it into focus for you. It needs a sharpen, and I'm going to use this for the middles of the flowers. Oh, sorry. For the middles of the flowers, and for the a wee squiffy there, and parts of the butterfly. Now I want the flower middles to look slightly rounded, like I did with the butterfly's head. So I'm using the same technique where I do more layers of colour around the edge. So just keep going over and over, and then do less layers as we come to the middle. I can hear a dog barking. Like that. Do the same here. My sister's just got a new dog. Well, they've never had a dog before, and they've taken on a puppy that isn't house trained, well trained at all. It's proving to be quite hard work for them all, but one of her daughters is the same age as my boys, so she's not in school, so she's got a bit of time to look after him. I'm trying to think about what to do with the butterfly. I think I'm going to do darker blue here. I might ignore the patterns on the butterfly. Now I realise that in Ivy, don't know if you've read the book or not, the butterfly is supposed to be lots and lots of bright colours. Now when I did my first version of Ivy, that's what I did, lots of colours, and I used a sort of combo which I then fell out of love with as I went through the book, and I decided I had to have Ivy and the butterfly the same colour on every page, and I got rather by the end. I was like, oh, not these colours again. But what I've decided in this book is I'm not going to do Ivy and the butterfly the same colours on every page. I'm just going to have a decide what I fancy doing when I do that page. It's because it's my second copy. I just want to do something a little bit different on this copy. I'm going to do the whole of the wings, and I'm going to do some bits and pieces of other colours later. Someone's walking around upstairs. It always makes me nervous because I think someone might be coming down. I'm also expecting a phone call, which is always a problem in a video. But there are plenty of people around the house to answer the telephone. But if any of you have got children or even husbands, you will know that you cannot rely on them to answer the telephone. The husband's on a work call anyway. He's on a online call thing. I don't know what you call it. So he's on a phone call on his computer. He's not using the phone line. He's using the internet. I'm going to do the same down here. So I'm just doing more layers here, and then less as we go out. And I think some mistakes that some people make when they first start using pencils is that they only do one layer of colour. And that's not a mistake, that's the wrong word. They do just one layer and they think that they can get the same effects as other people, and a lot of people don't do just one layer, they do lots of layers, and that's why their work doesn't look the same. There's nothing wrong with just doing one layer at all, but if you want to achieve certain looks, you've got to be prepared to do more. I'm going in with my Dark Indigo. Let's see if you can see it. There we go. Oh, that focused up nicely. And I'm going to do all the flowers and some bits of the butterfly. Now with the flowers, I'm going to do them darker at the bottom. I usually do these darker at the top, so I'm just doing them darker at the bottom just for interest for me. So it's a little bit different. So lots of layers at the bottom, and then less as we go up. Gosh, my fridge is making a noise now. I don't know if you can hear it. It's ever so weird. Sometimes it sounds like there's a cow mooing in my kitchen. It's just the fridge. I don't know. Sometimes life is a mystery, isn't it? At least it makes me chuckle, and that's a good thing. Yeah, so it's rather nice having the boys home. But, I'm expecting a huge pile of work to come in this morning, so I thought I'd get this video done early, and hopefully I'll be able to get it edited and up before I get a big pile of work in. And the tennis starts this afternoon, Wimbledon. I'm a huge Wimbledon fan. It's my dad's fault. He used to make me watch John McEnroe and Boris Becker playing when we were little, and I wasn't a big fan of Becker at the time. He seems a nice enough chap now when you hear him commentating and things. Not that they have any people that aren't nice, but at the time I used to be a big fan of Stefan Edberg, and Boris Becker used to beat him a lot, so I used to get very cross with him for that. But yeah, now I think I tend to like following the Brits. Being British, you have to follow the Brits at Wimbledon, it's the thing. But probably by the end of the week, we're unlikely to have many of them in. A lot of they've got quite difficult opponents actually this year. So after that I start to follow other players. I'm really not sure. I'm trying to think who I'm liking. Dustin Brown I'm a big fan of, but he isn't playing this year as far as I could tell. I had a quick look yesterday, didn't see his name. And I like Nadal, which she's not playing, which is a big shame. So I'll have to find someone else to follow. So those are the flowers. What I'm going to... Oh, we've got the ones on the other side. They're quite dark, this blue, isn't it? It's almost black. But I rather like the contrast it gives us to have these three different blue tones. And I'm not going to write my name in the middle, by the way. I always do write my name in, and I will. But for some reason, when I'm writing my name on the nameplate, I just seem to forget how to write. It always looks awful. I don't know why. I get nervous or something silly. I'm not really sure, but it just goes horribly wrong. It was never central either, but oh, I found a good tip. I think it might have been one of Johanna's lives. Measure the middle, find the centre spot and write your central letter there. So don't write your name across, don't write Rachel. Find the middle bit and then put the C and the H either side and then do the rest of the name going that way, and then it'll be central. So I'm going to try that, but I'm not going to try it on camera. I haven't got a ruler down here to measure, but also, as I say, I get nervous enough as it is and do it in public. Oof. So what I'm going to do is use this indigo to go over some of the patterns on the butterfly, and I'm just going to fill them in quite hard and dark, so evenly. I'm not worried about doing any sort of shading on this bit. I just want them to stand out. And the same on this one. Now I'm aware we've got little dots as well around here. I'm not sure they're going to show up too well but with blue, but I'm going to try it. I think this video is going on for quite a long time. Let me see, yeah, it's long. I'm going to do the dots with this blue just because I think they'll show up better. I had considered doing a little bit of light blue inside here, but I think I'll just, there's a big risk that I'll spoil it. What I am going to do is get some black and just do a few touches here and there. I've got to blow my nose again, excuse me. Oh, right, my black is quite small. He's a baby black, but I have got another one. I lost this one for ages. Oh, I shouldn't. Don't sharpen your pencil over the page, over the book, because that gets all over the page. So I just want to make a few bits stand out. So I'm just gonna go here, look. Now I wouldn't always use a black for this. It depends on the colour that I'm using. I often like to use the dark sepia for doing shadows, but because this is blue, I think a black would just work. You just think about the colour that will work best. I'm going to do some along the edge of here as well. Just to try and make these bits stand out a little bit. Everywhere where there's something against that sort of, I don't know what this is called, this edge piece. So I'm just highlighting, just put a little bit in each there. I'm going to ignore all that bit, come down here. Around the edge. Just a little bit here, and here I just did around there, didn't I? Now I'm aware that this is black, so I'm being careful because I'm going to go around the edge of these flowers too, because I don't want too much. I don't want it to look muddy, dirty or smudgy. So I'm just going to go around the edge of there too, and the edge of those centres and along each petal, and it just helps it to stand out a little bit, look a little bit more three-dimensional, because the black just looks like there's a shadow being cast by each part of the flower. Just adds a little bit of extra. I did bring a white pen down with me because I thought I might want to do some white dots, but I'm actually not going to. I think I'm just going to leave it with these black accents or shadows. And just those few little touches makes quite a difference. I am going to am I going to, tempted to just go over this a little bit, just to make it stand out. I don't know why, it just feels like it needs a bit of emphasis. And this, let me see, yeah, I think I'm going to leave that there. As I say, I realise I've got to write my name on. I'm not going to do that on camera. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like the video if you've enjoyed it and leave a comment. Here's just going to bring little pink pencil back. I did have a comment, you see, the other day asking me if I had a smaller pencil, and that's my smallest pencil at the moment. He's quite cute, isn't he? I don't know if I can sharpen him, so if I can't, then he's going to have to retire. In fact, he probably he's done his job. But anyway, so please do like if you like the video, leave a little comment. You can leave suggestions for videos you'd like me to make. I probably won't be making many at all until September, but I do keep a note of what people like, and I do have a go, and it gives me time to practice things. And that's it really, and thank you all for subscribing, for getting me to 2,500 subscribers. That's brilliant. But if you aren't a subscriber, do feel free to click subscribe, because it just feels like a little thank you from you to me. So that's brilliant, and thank you all so much, and happy colouring.